Hi guys. So today's video is actually going to be a book unhaul, and I've never done one of these, but whenever I do regular book hauls, I'm always telling you guys that I have tons of store credit at my local used bookstores. So I thought it'd be fun because my husband and I are going to go to the used bookstore today to show you the books that we're taking in and our reasoning and how we get our store credit. I also thought it would be really fun at the end of the video. I'll let you guys know how much store credit we end up getting for all the stuff that we're taking in. We're planning on going, if you guys are ever in Arizona, to a bookstore called Bookman's. They not only take in books that are in like not the best condition sometimes, but they're also really great about taking in electronics and, you know, like instruments and books and just all sorts of stuff. So you can not only get tons of stuff there, but you can get a lot of store credit by taking in a lot of stuff. We often take in movies and video games and things like that, but today we're just taking in some books, and the first ones I'm going to show you guys, it's going to seem like, what are you doing taking those in? But I promise it makes sense. I'm actually going to take in The Last Wish and Blood of Elves, and you guys know I'm huge Witcher fan, so it seems kind of crazy, but these two are much smaller than the rest of the books in the series with the American covers. I have no idea why. It would have made sense to me if they had done the first two smaller, because the first two are technically series of short stories, and then the official series starts with Blood of Elves, but they made the first one in the two short stories sets small, and then they made the second one big, and then they made the first book of the official series small, and then the rest big. So it doesn't make any sense. I have seen though that they are finally starting to release Blood of Elves and The Last Wish in the bigger sizes, so I've decided that I'm going to take in these two small ones because I'd rather the entire series match. And then on top of that, I'm also going to take in Sword of Destiny, which is one of my favorites in the series if you guys are Witcher fans. But I kind of really messed up the spine when I was reading this one, and I just figure if I'm gonna get some store credit and I end up finding this pretty cheap, then may as well get a new one that's in better condition. Next up are some stories that my husband is okay with us taking in, but he really wants you guys to know that he loves these. He was like, make sure they know I like them and I'm not getting rid of them because I don't. But we're taking in the Isaac Asimov Foundation series, and the reason is, if you look, these are pretty old and pretty damaged, but he really loves the series, and we figured get some store credit out of these old ones and then eventually invest like it's like real estate, but eventually get nicer ones instead of having these beat up old ones. Next up, he also wants to eventually convert the Sheriff of Babylon series and the Vision series into the nicer, like deluxe editions. He just thinks they look so much nicer on the shelf, and he likes having them combined because these are split up 2 and 2. And again, he wants you guys to know that he absolutely loves these comics. He highly recommends them, but there's a website called In Stock Trades that often has damaged sales, and the books, every time he's ordered one, they're so inexpensive for the editions that they are, and they end up being in basically perfect condition. Sometimes we can't even find anything wrong, so we'll link In Stock Trades down below for you guys. Next up is another one of mine that I'm taking in, and it would be Stormfront by Jim Butcher. I bought this used, and the spine is very damaged already, and then I probably ended up damaging it a little bit too. But you guys know I've been loving this series. This is the very first one, and I've already read it, and it's much smaller than most of the other ones I've purchased. So again, just like with the Witcher books, I would rather eventually have these all be the same, and because Bookman's is so good about taking books that aren't in the best condition, figured might get, you know, maybe $1 or something for it. The last books that we're bringing in are actually part of a middle grade trilogy that I really love. I've never really talked about it on my channel much, but it's a great trilogy, and that would be the Varmus Trilogy. But the only thing is, I've had these books for a long time, and the first two that I own are paperback, and just like the others, the spines are quite damaged, and then the third one is hardback. And I just figure, one, I would like it if all three were either paperback or hardback, but I figured, you know, I would be fine if I would just turn in the third one and then have all three be paperback, but because these first two are damaged anyway, I figure better just take them all in. Sometimes I even see these at Bookman, so maybe I'll end up finding them in better condition and essentially just swap them out. Anyway, that's it for the books that we're taking in today. Like I said at the end, I will try to let you guys know what we end up getting in store credit, because they actually are very good about taking a lot of these, and I think we'll get a decent amount because Witcher books are in demand, the Sheriff of Babylon and Vision are in demand, so I think we're taking in books that a lot of people are interested in right now. If you guys liked seeing this unhaul video and you want me to do more videos like this whenever we go to a used bookstore, let me know. I'd be happy to do it. I think it's kind of fun to show you guys. That's the reason why, if you watched my bookshelf tour, a lot of the books on my shelves are unread instead of read, because we take in so many of our read books and then eventually plan on getting either nicer editions or just being like, wasn't our favorite, so it's okay, rather get more money to get more books. But anyway, if you guys like this kind of video, let me know. I'd be happy to do more. If you guys liked the video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Click the little bell icon so you get notified when I post new videos, and check out some more of my videos right over here. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Bye.